3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw, uncut, and unfiltered perspectives about life.
We need to have a conversation, all right?
We got to do better as a people.
Covering relationships, culture, music, and everything in between.
So that our stories in our communities can be heard.
This is Unlatched.
I got a little something for you.
And now your host, Deandra Cargill.
What's good, everybody, and welcome to Unlatched. I am your host, Deandra Cargill. So tonight I decided to be on the hot seat, so you guys can find out more about me. I know I rarely speak about me personally, so I'm gonna give you guys a chance to ask some questions, any questions that you want. If I feel like it's not appropriate, I'll just say pass. So don't get offended. My name is Deandra Cargill. I'm from Vero Beach, Florida. I am one of five. I have one brother and three sisters. I'm a mother. My favorite color is pink. I am single, but I'm currently dating. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, just throw them at me. Thank you. So for my favorite movie is Shadows. So my father is from Jamaica. Hey, my father's from Jamaica. My mother is here from the States. Um, so yeah, I like Jamaican movies. I love Jamaican food. I'm half Jamaican. My favorite food, I would say, is Mexican food. I love quesadillas. What do I do for work? I am a dependency case manager. So I work for the Department of Children and Families. So what happens is when when we get a call that a child is unsafe or something is going on with the child, it'll come in, investigations will investigate it. After they've investigated and they deem a child unsafe, they will send it to me. And what I do, I go in and I figure out what needs to be done in order to either reunify a family if the child is taken outside of the home, or either what I need to do in order to maintain and strengthen if the child is left in the home. If we're able to safety plan to have the child left inside the home. So that's what I do for work. So I work with a lot of different children from a lot of different backgrounds, you name it. They have a lot of different stories. So that's why I'm very passionate when it comes down to children. What's your favorite thing to do for self-care? Um, hmm, I like to journal. I love to journal. So for work, I'm a dependency case manager. So I'm always inside the courts. My job is to fight for families. If it's possible and the situation is not bad where the children cannot be placed back inside the home. So that's what I do for work. It's a good job. It's a rewarding job. It could be tough on me, and especially removing kids from their parents. In some cases, it's not sad because they do need to be removed. I can only imagine how rewarding that can be and how heartbreaking. It could definitely be heartbreaking. Definitely. Well, I like roller coasters. So the thing about that is I can tell you, since I've been older, um, I can say that I would jump on roller coasters a lot more now because I know that I'll only be on there for like 3 to 5 minutes. When I was younger, I would not get on roller coasters. Do I believe in aliens? I don't. That's stuff I like to research though. How many children do you have and how do you handle each of them individually? Okay, so I have 4 boys. My oldest son is 17, my second son is 14, and my 2 youngest are 4 and 5. So 4 and 5, usually I would say I have like 2 sets. So my oldest one, he's more reserved. I really don't have to get on him too much. He's very reserved. He's very respectful. When it comes down to schooling, he always gets his work done. Um, I really don't have too many problems from him. But my second one, I love all my kids the same, but my second child can give me a headache sometimes. He is the one that will try me. Um, but he is respectable. He will try to get away with certain things, but I have to step on his neck because I don't play with any of my kids. I'd rather teach them while I have them before I let them out there in the streets, and the streets have to teach them. My 4 and 5 year old, they don't give me a break. They're on me every minute of the day. Hey, Dom. Hey. So, yeah, very busy, very busy. But I am looking for a career change. I do have my bachelor's degree in human services. I actually am about 2 semesters away from getting my master's degree, but I did take a break, um, a much needed break, and I haven't started back. And honestly, I've been on this break for a while now, and it's time for me to get back in motion. Guilty pleasure. I love cupcakes. That's really bad. And Publix cupcake. I don't know if you guys have Publix up there, but down here in Florida, we have Publix. Um, I love cupcakes. I love cupcakes. I love cakes. That's horrible, but I do. So yeah. So right now I am on a journey because I've gained a lot of weight, especially since COVID hit. So I'm on a journey right now, a weight loss journey. I actually started doing a workout with my 2 younger kids. My oldest kids, they're involved in sports. Both of them play basketball. Even during the summer, they're training. So it's me and my younger kids. We have like a morning routine where we get up and we do exercises and stuff. So I'm trying to get back in motion with exercising because I fell off. Um, yeah, I'm definitely gonna get back to it. My family, um, they're all athletic. All of my siblings are athletic. Um, so do I want to be married? I do want to be married. I feel like I have a lot on my plate right now, as far as me being a mother and even with my job. Sometimes I feel like I'm neglecting my own children, taking care of kids that are in the system because really I have kind of have like guardianship over them. If anything happens with them, they're calling me, I have to go. So I feel like I really don't have a lot of time to be dating, and that's a problem with me currently in my dating life because people do ask to take me out to do certain things with me, and it's hard for me because if I'm not at work, then I'm with my children. And I'm the type of person, especially working in the field that I work in, I don't let anybody keep my kids. I my children don't do sleepovers. I don't do sleepovers. I don't want to be responsible for other people's kids at my house. I don't want to, so yeah, that's just me. And I could say my mom was never big on support kids at home, all with activities. What do you drive? All right. So I drive an Altima, a Nissan Altima. That's what I drive. Nothing exotic. And once I pay this off, I don't know if I even want another car payment, to be honest. And we fit in there well. Less bills for me, the better. What is the most expensive gift you're given and received? Um, I have a Louis Vuitton purse. I would say that's my most expensive gift. And actually that came from my sister. Um, and that's the only reason why I keep it because I would never go out and I would never buy expensive things. I am one that's on the sales rack. If I can find a bargain, I want it. So yeah. So in my hometown, do you believe in dating pool? Has been it? I absolutely do. Um, I do. So like I said, with the field that I'm currently working in, it's hard for me to date because I don't trust people, and it's hard for me to kind of like get serious with them. And it's hard for me to get serious with people because I can't trust people. I would say that this field that I'm working in is kind of damaging when it comes down to trusting other people because most of the time when sexual abuse and stuff like that happens, it happens from the parent's paramour. Um, or it can happen from somebody that's within in the family. So I never it's hard for me. And if I am like if I get serious with somebody, I think I'll be okay with living in separate homes. At least until my smaller ones get a little older. Do you realize that there are women said dating pool? Realize that there are women in said dating. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I come off of as a feminist or not, but I am not a feminist. I am for what's right, and if something's wrong, it's wrong, regardless of man and female. What are deal breakers for you? No job, no motivation, um, just not wanting to do anything, not wanting to build, not wanting to come up, not wanting to grow. Get out. If you can explain that to me a little more, 'cause I don't understand what you're trying to say. I'm sorry. So I do have a sister. She's actually the one up under me. She is a professional wrestler. Her name is Jade Cargill. My longest relationship was 7 years, and that was actually with my last two kids' father. Horrible, horrible relationship. Um, but I think that it taught me a lot. There are men without jobs that earn more money than those with jobs legally. Well, I mean, they don't necessarily have to be employed. They could be self-employed, but at least they have some type of, income, some type of income. Like, how are you going to survive without income? Do you think that you're healing from it? I think that I have healed a lot. Um, I think that I've healed a lot. And it's so scary because I've been in a place of trying to heal for so long that it's hard for me to let people in. So I think I'm working on not being so closed and letting people actually come in. And do you date outside of your race? I don't. I love black men. I love black men. Why didn't you marry the guy you were with for 7 years? I was in a bad relationship with my kid's father. And that's something that I probably would talk about on another show. Um, but it was horrible. I went through domestic violence. It was a lot of things that came with that relationship that I had to get myself out of. So yeah. And honestly, it took me a lot more time to forgive myself for staying in that relationship longer than I should have, than it took for me to forgive him. So yeah, I have no regrets about leaving that relationship. I wish I had have done it sooner, but it's my ideal relationship. I would say somebody that can um, just camouflage, somebody that can come in and like, just whatever it is, like my family setting, be able to come in and I would say, and everything just flows, you know. He respects the fact that I have children. Um, and he wants to be there for children. And he's okay with being there for children that are not his. I'm not asking anybody to take care of my kids, but obviously if I am with someone, um, I would want him to feel in some type of way like, hey, like I'm with the mother and I'm taking this in, this is my responsibility and just see it like that. So what qualifies a man as a good man in your eyes? I would just say somebody that's trustworthy, somebody that's for me, somebody that's respectable, somebody that wants to be a man, somebody that wants to be the head. Um Respectable for his, of himself. Black man for the win, absolutely. I'm sorry to hear that. Transparency is amazing. Speak your truth. Yeah. I'm gonna do a whole episode on that. How long before the violence started and why stick around? I would say the violence really started. I flew past those red flags. Those red flags, first it was verbally. Um, and then I would say after my first child with him, and we were together for a little minute before he actually started physically fighting me. But verbal abuse probably happened within, I don't know, it wasn't that long though. I think I froze. So, and why did I stick around? Especially after I had a child with them, I want to stick around because I didn't want to be a single mother. I was already a single mother from my first two children, and I stuck around because I did not want to be a single mother. I'm like, this is my third child, and I just didn't want to be a single mother. Yeah, I can be submissive to the right person, somebody that allows me to be submissive, someone that I feel that's responsible enough to let me be submissive. How long would you wait before introducing your children to someone you're dating? It'll be a while. It would be a while. I would have to get to know somebody. Um, I don't know, maybe 5, 6 months. It would be a while. I don't want anybody to get used to my children without me. So my time is very limited, which the person that I'm dating can see that. But just to have my children around somebody, it'll take me a while, definitely. How long would you wait before introducing your children? So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would rather somebody tell me the truth than lie to me. Cause I can deal with it. Either I'm, accept it for what it is and be okay with it, or, give me the opportunity to leave. So I agree. At what cost? How much does it cost me being comfortable enough to feel like somebody will be able to handle the situation for me to be submissive. That's what it would cost. So yeah, I would have to be able to trust somebody. Non-negotiables in a relationship. Um, I would say somebody that's a whore, somebody that sleeps around with a lot of women, somebody that doesn't respect me and my boundaries. Um, somebody that doesn't respect me, someone that's not looking to be in a committed relationship, um, and looking for marriage one day. I ask for the truth and then can't handle it. I'd rather the truth, definitely. I would definitely rather the truth. Come on, McIntosh, I can. Give me the choice. I allow you to do you. No hard feelings. And that's how I feel. Like, let me get over it now. Let me go about my business now instead of letting you continue to lie to me and pull me in more, and ultimately all it's going to do is end up in a splitting anyway. One day I'm going to wake up from it. So, favorite place to travel. Um, I'll tell you where Jamaica. Jamaica. I have family over there. Like I said, my dad's side is from Jamaica. My favorite place I really don't like to travel anymore. It's so crazy. But you know what though? I lied. I want to get a bus. What do they call them? Like mobile homes? Are they mobile homes? Not mobile homes. What are they called? RVs, whatever it is, where it has the bed and the kitchen and all those different places. I would love to travel one day. Just go all over to all the historical sites and different places and just travel all over the place. So I lied about that. I want to visit the slave plantations, all of them. And I haven't been to New Orleans yet. That's one place that I would love to visit is New Orleans. So when did these non-negotiables come into place? When I realized what I wanted. They've always been there. I just never enforced them. Hey, Creamy. So I'm on the hot seat tonight. You guys can ask me questions. So yeah, would you ever go back to your ex? Hell no. No, absolutely not. I don't even like to see him. I don't even like him. I don't even like to see him. I would never. I would never put myself back in that situation ever. Why was it non-negotiable? They were because I compromised. It's losing one of my children. That's my biggest fear. My children are my world, and I don't even post my kids on the internet anymore. Um, I'm actually, there's only a few in my county that are certified in child sex trafficking, and I am certified in child sex trafficking. And if those cases come into my county, I will be one of the few that will receive those cases. And when I tell you that um, I don't post my children on the internet for a reason, I do not post my children on the internet. You have a lot of creepy people out there. You have people that actually go and look for single mothers with children. You have a lot of people out there that are sick in this world. And I would just say, be careful. Be careful. That's my worst fear. Intentions for your podcast. What do you want people to walk away with after viewing? Um, I just want people to join. I want them to have fun. I want it to be informational. And I want to, like, even when we talk about certain things when we don't agree, I want to get an insight of why the other person feels the way that they feel and why their opinion is the way that it is. Because I want to be more understanding, not saying that I have to agree with it, but just being okay with people not agreeing with the way that you feel. Just come to some type of middle ground and just having more understanding why a person feels the way that they feel about certain things. I also like to talk about the Black community and things that need to be changed within the Black community. Although I feel like maybe it could be boring sometimes, so I will talk about other things as well. So, yeah, be that woman always right. I don't. I don't. I don't believe that women are always right. What are 3 goals you have for this year? Mm. So I'm on my weight loss journey, so that's one goal. One of my goals is to get back in my clothes. I said I wasn't gonna buy any more clothes until I get back in my old clothes, so that's one of my journeys. My second journey is I mean, my second goal is my son, well, this year coming up will be, he'll be going off to college. So my goal is to get my first son off to college. My third goal is becoming better with video podcasting. I previously had a podcast, which is still available on most podcast platforms, but we just did audio podcasting. So I'm trying to get used to the camera and video podcast. So yeah, I would say that's my goal. You come off as always blaming men, what women do. I don't mean to, OG. I do not mean to. I just understand I am a woman, so I can relate to women more. But that doesn't mean that I always agree with them. What are some topics that things that you bring to the network that keep viewers engaged? Um, so as far as me and my topics, I just really like to, like I said, talk about problems in the Black community. Um, it could be things I can touch on as far as mothers, I want fathers as well. Um, Honestly, I believe that, and that's a good question. I want you guys to tell me some things that you would like for me to talk about. I have a whole list of things, um, topics that I have that I want to bring to the podcast, but you guys tell me some things that you want me to talk about. Talk about getting some bitches. What are some positive things about the Black community that you like? Um, Although we fight against each other, when the time comes down and someone is against us that's from the outside, I feel like we stand together. So I love that for us. I love the fact that we are beginning to love who we are. My mom, she grew up in the Black Power movement era. So I always felt like Black was beautiful. I always felt like I never felt like white people were better than us or more beautiful than us, or I never felt like any of that. Like I have never felt like that. That is something that my mom put into to me and my sisters since I was little, that we Black women are just as gorgeous as any other woman, any other race. And that's just something that she put into us, and I'm grateful for that. And that's just something that stuck with me. So I'm happy that the community and a lot of Black women are beginning to love who they are. Not saying that they weren't taught that as well, but I think that we were told that we were ugly for so long, um, that maybe we kind of believed it. Maybe, I don't know, not all of us, but I just believe that that's something that was on us for a long time. And I think that we're now beginning to overlook that and break from that and know who we are and know that we're beautiful. And I believe that Black men are, I think they're beginning to know that they're looked at as a threat instead of worthless, like the world is trying to tell them that they are. So that's something that I'm liking about the Black community. What are your pet peeves? um, I had quite a few of them, but I hmm. So I'm gonna tell you something simple. Like my cup, right? I don't like people touching the top of my cup. I don't like people talking over my food. And I know a lot of people probably can relate. Um, my food to touch. I never believed that, especially coming from Long nose European. And I'm happy. I'm proud of that. I'm happy. What are some things you personally do? The audience to advance the Black community. Um, so personally, I really don't have a lot of time, but to advance the Black community, I would say, and even I'm gonna even touch bases back to my work, right? It's only a few Black case managers. It's only a few of us. So I would say that there's a lot of racism in the system, believe it or not, especially when it comes down to stuff like that. I feel like they're a lot harder on Black parents than they are um I say white parents, because it's usually Black or white that comes in the system. I never really see any Chinese children or anybody else of any other race. It's usually like Black and white. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just telling you what I see, and I see a lot of racism that comes with it, especially with the court system. So I do try my best to reunify these parents. One thing that I could say about us. We always have like an auntie or an uncle or a grandma or a grandfather, somebody to take these children in rather than letting these kids go into foster care. So I try my best to get someone that I know that's suitable to take these children in so that these kids can remain within the family. So yeah. As far as what are you watching on TV? I don't watch TV. I watch YouTube. I love documentaries. I love history documentaries. They even talk about aliens. I like watching stuff like that. It's interesting. Do I believe that it's real? I don't. Don't do me like that, OG. I would like to say I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe that Jesus died on the cross. I believe I'm a Christian. Am I a perfect Christian? Absolutely not. Do I sin? Absolutely. Next question. I saw the same thing all the time. I see it time when working with in the Philadelphia courts. Absolutely. Absolutely. We have to so what we do is we have case plans for the parents. And we give them certain tasks. So if it came in for like drug abuse, or substance abuse or something like that, or just say substance abuse, um, we have to create a case plan and these parents have to complete these case plans. So with the case plans, we might have something like a substance abuse evaluation, and whatever the recommendations from that substance abuse evaluation are, they have to follow those recommendations as well. Um, we would do random drug screens. Um, we have to make sure that they're engaging with their children in certain things, and attending different meetings and just different things to get them back on that the court ordered for these parents to do. So I noticed that in certain cases, and I would say that people that look like me, these case plans, when I came in, because I create case plans as well. But when I was coming in and I was getting cases that were already in, and I would just, they would pass the case to me or something, I would notice that these parents would have these long case plans. And I'm like, well, dang, they only got caught with weed and then they had, their kids with them, or like a domestic violence or something. And like these case plans would be so long for these parents to the point where it's like it's impossible for these people to be working, trying to keep a roof over their head and doing all these tasks and, and complete them within a certain time. So our permanency is within a year. Um, and that's all we give them. There are questions that have asked on the hot seat. Okay, let's I'll answer them. What was his question? Missionary or doggy style? I love her. I would say missionary. So yeah. So like I was saying, we have to reach permanency within a year. If they complete their case plan before that year is up with, we will reunify the parents. But if not, then they're either up for adoption or whoever they're with, if they're with like family members, either they can adopt them or they can have permanent guardianship. But the goal is adoption first. Name one thing on your bucket list. Um, I want to go skydiving. I am horrified. I am scared out of my mind, but that's something that I am willing to try. I would try that before I go to the bottom of the sea. Trying to get you to loosen up. Take a shot. You'll be good. Thank you. So yeah, I'll skydive. But when I skydive, I want the person behind me. So like if something happened, I would love for you to be more up front. It appears that you fade in the background with your guests. The focus should be primarily on you. It's more like you are a guest on your shows. Get some topics. You can incorporate religion in everyone's everyday life during your broadcast. Thank you. I definitely will note that. Family members that look like me benefit from a whole different set of expectations. What do you mean? I think that I would definitely have to take a sip before I do that, but I mean that's something that I would try. So yeah. So something about my hometown. So here I'm from Vero Beach. I don't know if you guys ever been to Vero Beach, Florida. I live right off the water. The beach is like 15 minutes away. It's a beautiful place. We got a lot of old rich white people that stay here. Of course, we have a section where the black people are, which they call the hood. So do this by yourself tonight will help you in the long run. Yeah. What do you love most about your parents? What do you like least? Okay. Mm, so I've gained weight, so I would say that I like that the least. What I like most about my parents? Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I like makeup. Thank you. I'm only familiar with Miami. Yeah, so Miami is probably like 2 hours away from me. I'm sick of it. But it's fun. I used to go there when I was younger a lot. Favorite band. So I really don't listen to music. I really don't. Favorite brand. Like I said, I'm on the sales rack all the time. I would say um I'm an online shopper, so maybe like Fashion Nova. Yeah. Great beaches though, absolutely. I'm so used to the water that I'm sick of it. Who is your celebrity crush? Um, Morris Chestnut. I know, right? It is. It is. But I stopped listening to music a lot in Tampa. I've never been to Miami. Yeah, Tampa is straight. Tampa is straight. I think that if I were to stay in Florida, which I do have plans to relocate in Georgia, because that's where my sister, well, I have two sisters that currently live in Georgia. Um, I think Tampa would probably be a place that I would move to if I were to stay in Florida. So the hot girl summer and healthy girl summer to me. So down here in Florida, right? When we say hot girl summer, that mean like just to have fun, just to get out, have fun, whatever that is to you, you know. Um, so my hot girl summer is my healthy girl summer because I am getting back on this workout plan. I'm eating healthier and I'm just trying to get myself together. What makeup brand is your favorite? So, um, which is crazy. Lancome. I love it. I did try the Fenty. I feel like Fenty, it makes me sweat a lot. So I really don't I have so much makeup, so it's not even funny. Um, but Fenty makes me sweat a lot. Hot girl summers to me, correlation to getting ran through. No, and that's not what I mean by hot girl summer. Yeah, I do too. Me as well. But if you come to Vero, it's the same thing. Just over here, like they don't play that over here. The police don't play like that over here. They will shut it down. So we are not able to have fun like they would over there at St. Pete's Beach or either down in Miami. Yeah. Oh. So my sister had gave me some Louis Vuitton makeup, right? I didn't even know he made makeup. I like that as well, but will I be purchasing that? No. So matter of fact, I think that's what I have on right now. The Lancome as far as like trying to find the best fit for my color. Um, I like it. Fenty, like I said, it makes me sweat. When I sweat, it kind of like I can't explain it. It's kind of like bubbles up on my face. So that's for clear people. Well, actually, the color that they have for me is like perfect. Like it's perfect. I sweat. Like it doesn't melt. Like I love it. I guess maybe like with the texture of my skin and how my skin is, it's a good fit for me. So. So actually, I do use the primer from Fenty. Actually, I'm not an expert, but actually, thank you. Um, but I do use the primer from Fenty. So I have Fenty makeup. If you want it, you can have it. Thank you. Think makeup is whack. So when I come up there, Tiff, you got me. So yeah, what else do you guys want to know about me? Thank you. What is a perfect date? Hmm. So I don't know, maybe out to eat, to the movies. I can be a big kid sometimes, so I'll go play laser tag or something like that, like without my children. So that would be a good date for me. Something fun. I wouldn't even mind going to ride a roller coaster for a date. Going out to the fair somewhere, something like that. No, I don't. Especially the first ones. Like I don't ask men out. I never ask men out. I can find somebody attractive. I still won't ask them out. They'll have to ask me. If they don't ask me, then we will never go out. If they do, then hey. I don't know. I'm gonna plan something. Maybe when an event is going on up there with the network, I'll probably try to fly in. But if we are dating for a while, maybe like after the first couple dates, then I probably will pay for a date. But I'll never ask anybody out ever. No, I don't shoot my shot. I don't know. I feel like if he wants to talk to me, he will. If not, then we just don't talk. I mean, I'll be open. I'll smile, you know, maybe look his way or something. But you have to change that. If you see something you like, you better go for it before it's snatched up. Yeah, but if they like me, then they'll approach me, right? That's how I feel. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that should come from a man. I feel like if he sees something that he like, not saying that all of them, because I mean, obviously, but no. So yeah, but no, I will not approach a guy. I may even start a conversation. These are different times you have to conform. Coming out to the West Coast because you and I know it's the best coast. It's 100% of your shots if you don't take. So this is the thing though. Men like me and chase too. They want to feel attracted to and want it. And see, that's my problem because I'm not gonna chase anybody. Like I'm not gonna do that. I feel like that's a man's job. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's something that a man should do. I think a man should pursue a woman. Now, I'll be open to it to let him know that, like, hey, I like you too, but I'm not finna chase no man. I'm not finna do that. I'm the type of person where if you're not calling me, I'm not gonna call you. Um, that's just me. You're triggered. It's not about chasing anyone. It's about letting someone know you're interested. And I will let them know that I'm interested. Like if they call me or something, I'll answer the phone. I'll hold a conversation with them. Um, women have less become less approachable. Like I said, like I will be more open, like I'll smile. Sometimes I may even start a conversation, but it's up to that person to say, "Hey, like I find you interesting or I find you attractive or I want to get to know you or something like that." That's up to them. I'm not doing that. So, that's just me. Now, girl, you gotta make your move before another woman does. It's 2023. If he's single, he's free game. That's true. But he still gotta say something to me. He still has to approach me. I'm not approaching a man. I'm not doing that. No. I may smile, I might say hi, or, like I said, start a conversation, but I will absolutely not shoot my shot. I'm not gonna give a man a chance to turn me down because I'm not finna holler at him. I wanna ask you guys a question. Do I sound country? Regardless of what our insecurities, a men don't see that captive. I do it often. I know I sound a little different from y'all up there, so do I sound country? I didn't realize that I have an accent. I'm not afraid to be rejected. That may be, that may be, but I feel like, it's the men that should pursue playing with the female. What do you mean playing with the female? Like dating her? Like, what do you mean? Exclusive networks talking about physical. A lot of women are worried about their mommy pouches or the fact that they don't wear makeup. So I know the makeup thing's not a big deal because, like I said, when I was in relationships, I'll be the last one getting dressed, putting my makeup on. I have had some of my exes ready to leave me because I don't put on makeup every day. Um, and it takes time for me to put it on when I do put it on. So they'll leave me. They were like, "Do you putting on that shit?" Like they will fucking leave me. I'm country. Listen, my dad was born in a lumber camp, um, sexually. Um, if I find no, no. Do I find some women attractive? I do though. Pouches, football, whatever they call it. I'm loving it. So when I say I'm on that journey, I'm on it for me. Like it's for me. Like it's for me. I'm bigger than I have ever been in my life. So it's for me. I still got ass, I still got hips, I got all of that, but I have gained a little weight. So I'm working on that. I am definitely working on that. So, but yeah, how long should sex last? I don't know, maybe like a couple hours, hour and a half. Every man, including my brother, has confirmed to me. Yeah, yeah, I've been told that as well. Creamy fine as fuck now. She definitely is. So I can tell you one thing about that. After I'm done, I like to go to sleep. Like, you know how some people like to wake up in the morning and like do that? I don't like to do that. I like to go to sleep. So I like it at nighttime. So yeah, 7 minutes. So you got to find a way to get that thing back up because I would not. I like morning. No, I don't like the morning. I like night because I like to go to sleep. 41 hit me. Yeah, I like to go to sleep. I be drained. He better. So no, I be ready to go back to sleep any time of the day for me. Wake me up. Yeah, you can wake me up, but I like to go back to sleep. I got a problem. So even like when it come down to sex, like I'm the type of person where like if I'm not in a relationship, I don't have sex. Like I can go a long time without having sex. It has been almost a year. Matter of fact, it's been a year since I've had sex. So I can go without having sex. That's not a problem. But when I do, like I like to go. And I can tell you that's another turn off for me, especially when it come down to men. Um, bringing up sex too soon. Girl, no. I know, right? And then, like, when you tell a guy that, a guy's like, "Why every time I meet a girl, she ain't had sex in this long?" But I am actually one of those that shit is true. I catch feelings. I catch feelings. I catch feelings. I catch feelings. I When I have sex, I touch feelings. So I know that I just don't put myself in those situations, not unless I'm serious with you. So when I say hot girl summer, I don't mean now we do dance. I actually used to be in the dance on the dance team when I was younger. So twerking and all that stuff, like that's my stuff, especially down south. Like we had that music, that's what we do. But I'm not out at the club. I don't go to the clubs. I maybe might do a bar, but I barely go to those. Because when I do go out, I'm thinking about my children all the time. Do you take it up? The Hershey High. What is that? So I really don't enjoy myself when I do go out because I'm thinking about my kids a lot. So usually when we do stuff, we have family trips, which me and my sisters were actually gonna fly. We have not decided exactly where we're going. I'm just gonna go with the flow. But we're gonna have some sister time this summer and get away. Yes, twerk team, privately. No, for my man. Absolutely. Now when I was younger, you couldn't tell me nothing. That's what we did, but now that I'm older, you're not gonna catch me out there doing that shit. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But for my man, absolutely. If I go to the club now, I probably would just stand against the wall or like sit at the bar or something. Like they get so crunk in the clubs down here, so it's like it kind of scares me. So yeah. No, absolutely. I'll dance. I would dance. Yeah, absolutely. And so crazy is my last relationship. My kid's father, he actually could dance. Like he could dance as well. So I think that's the only thing we had in common. Oh no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nope. But yeah, so I've been on the hot seat. I let you guys ask me questions. I know I was a little late. I actually had a guest, but she had an emergency at the last minute. So I was like, you know what? They did the hot seat yesterday. So I'm gonna be on the hot seat tonight. So yeah, what's the way? Thanks, Deandra. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for engaging and asking me questions. But I will be here next Friday night. Um, so please tune in 9 o'clock. Like I said, I apologize for being late. I am so happy that and I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in to my show. Like I said, I'm new to video podcast and I'm usually doing audio, but I'm gonna get used to this thing and we're gonna rock it out. As far as things that I have to come, they are exciting episodes that I do have. I have a lot of great topics that are coming. I really didn't want to put a lot of things out there, but if there are some things that you guys would like to hear me talk about, or we have a discussion on, even if anybody wants to come onto the show, you can reach out to me, Big Exclusive, OG, anybody from the network, and get with me and let me know. So I'm always looking for ideas. I'm always looking for guests. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I am your host, Deandra Cargill. Until next time.
Three, two, one. Let's go.
Welcome to the podcast that brings you raw, uncut, and unfiltered perspectives about life.
We need to have a conversation, all right?
We got to do better as a people
Covering relationships, culture, music, and everything in between.
so that our stories in our communities can be